I'm back with you now. We had the something really interesting happened a few minutes ago with the other phone. It got extremely overheated, and the other phone went into shutdown mode because it was too hot. It literally said your phone's. It actually came up. Phone actually came up and had an emergency message on it. It says your phone has exceeded the limits of the phone, and it is shutting down because it's melting. My other phone, literally, the message on the iPhone came up and says your phone is melting. It is exceeded. It was 130 degrees. It was so hot I couldn't touch the phone, and it shut down. My phone actually shut down. It's that's what happened. That's why I went off air, because I had to turn the air conditioner on high, because I have not been running air conditioner to save fuel, and it was hot in the car, and the phone got extremely hot, and that's why it dropped. So I've been trying to recover from that. I've got the air conditioner going now, so hopefully the phone won't go into a meltdown stage again. The winds are slowly picking up out here on the barrier islands, and of course the storm surge and the water is still a big problem. I will tell you, I'm just starting to get a little bit of flying debris. I mean, it's winds 45, gusted maybe 50, 55, and the winds are just picking up enough, so I'm starting to occasionally getting flying debris in the air. I mean, I had a stop sign. Well, let me just show you this. Look at this palm tree. I'm gonna go real slow here. Look at this scene here. Okay, welcome to Onslow County and leaving Pender County. Okay, right here, leaving Pender County. So I'm the county line, Pender and Onslow County line right here. Okay, if you watch the palm tree up there, you know it's starting to blow. You know, you can see the palm tree moving pretty good, and literally I stopped next to a stop sign while ago, and I started hearing something banging, and the screws had come out of the stop sign, and the stop sign was about to go airborne, and it was bouncing like 6 feet or 6 inches off the rail. And the only thing I was holding was a half a bolt on top, and it was about to go airborne. So it's not going to be very much longer before we start having flying debris out here. I mean, about another hour, let the winds get to about 60, 65, and the power lines are already. You got that whistling sound. You can hear the groan of the air going through the power lines. It's starting to get in that whistling sound. And as we get toward that 65, 70, 75 hurricane force winds, as we get toward that 4 or 5 o'clock hour, hang on a minute. I think I saw something that is scary. Hang on. Let me go down here. I won't say nothing yet. Let me go check something. There's water on both sides of where I'm located here, about 2 blocks apart. I'm the inlet coastal side. Then you got the ocean side. Okay, this is okay. I'm gonna show you this. See this water right here? That's kind of an intercoastal. It backs up these houses with some boat docks and stuff. The water's rising. The water is on the back side. This is the north side of the barrier island. This is intercoastal. I'm gonna take the camera. Watch this. I'm gonna roll the window down. It's gonna be windy. Don't have to roll it down. See the intercoastal? This is the intercoastal. So the intercoastal's there. You have these little slip outlets come in here. The water's rising now, and it's already to the top. I don't know how much higher it'll go. So you have water. If you look at where I'm at here, I have water on this intercoastal side here, on the Stump Sound waterway, this backside bay here. This is filling up. It's rising. The front side ocean is rising with storm surge. And so you have water coming on both directions. So this is rising probably another 6, 7, 9 feet here. Okay, it's going to come way up. This is coming way up, and then you've got the water on the ocean side, and so you see what's going to happen. I mean, it's coming in from both sides, and that's very. You got to watch this from all angles, because this is going to be a very fluid dynamics, very ready to bail. To get off the island, I'm hanging close to the big causeway bridges to get off the island. I'm staying within a mile or two of the bridges to escape, because once it comes on full force by 5-ish, 4, 5, 6, it's going to be out of control out here with flying debris, tornadoes possibly nearby, and storm surge and huge battering waves, massive damage. So. Posted back. I'm going to head back to where the water is toppling the outer barrier island walls back east of me, excuse me, here, and that's where we're heading back. We're going back to right now to the Outer Barrier Island, and this is what we're going to see. Everybody stay with us. This is going to be continuous live coverage from the Barrier Island. Oh, 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 oh. You got the seagulls and the Asprey units in there. I got sand all over me. One of the waves came up earlier, kind of consuming over me. Then hit me real hard. The winds are picking up. I'm getting kind of side wind out of the northeast. Winds are increasing out here. Right now I'm heading back east. And thank you for all the support. Really, really appreciate all the support from everybody all over the world. Okay, my winds are really coming up now. I mean, they might even be approaching 60. I'm really getting very strong winds now. The northeast now, or north, might even be coming around due north. Very strong winds here. I'm open to the Bay Area, water area. It's, yeah, I've got to do north wind. Let's see here. Yeah, northeast wind, like about an 05 wind. Winds are picking up. About 50. We're probably about 2 hours away, maybe 3 hours. By 4 o'clock, we should start having flying debris. We're going to start the wind damage is coming. Storm surge is already here. It is getting worse. And then the battering waves are already on shore, and they're building in height and intensity. And then the inland flooding will start. Fresh water as the hurricane comes up, crawls overnight tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. That's when we'll have all the inland flooding. So this is a multifaceted, historic, in the sense of what's going to happen here. Hurricane Florence. I've got flying sand now. There's flying sand across the highway. You got sand. You know, it's picking up. Everything's picking up now on the wind. I'm gonna have to start watching for debris coming through the air. About 70, 75, 90, we should start seeing, things coming apart. And probably, based on the winds now, maybe before that. I'm thinking 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we should start going into, damaging winds coming ashore, as well as the storm surges already. I'm going back to the eastern side, back up here to North Topsail Beach, the Outer Barrier Island. Yes, I have audio. Should have audio. Hopefully there's audio. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the audio up. Is that better? Can you hear me? Test 1, 2, 3, 4 on the audio. Do you have audio? Can you hear my audio? Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio confirmed. Thank you. Okay, winds are picking up. We're gonna just keep your eyes peeled, because we're gonna start having stuff flying. It won't be much longer. Got white caps on the North Bay Inlet side. I have white caps, big white caps now coming in on the north. I'm gonna go check that, make sure I'm not gonna get, I gotta go check. I gotta run in here to the north side bay. I'm gonna do a look back here. I'm gonna go check this marina, kind of a marina deal situation. See this stop here? That just, okay, I gotta go back a block. Okay, let me go back a block here. I'm gonna go back east here, block in west. And looks like I've got to keep my eye on this intercoastal water on the north side of the island, because water's going to come in from all sides, both the ocean side as well, the ocean Atlantic southeast side, and the sound side. And then you got to watch the intercoastal on the backside, because the backside intercoastal is filling up also like a bowl. So you got water filling up on both sides of the island, and as that continues to fill up, at some point it will surge in from both directions. Then then it's done. You're done out here. Okay, watch this. Okay, there we go. That's okay. Maybe 1 more mile. It's another house. Yeah, it's another dead end. Okay, there's a pontoon. He's got it roped off. That'll be floating. That absolutely will be floating before the evening's over with, for sure, if it's even here. Yep. So let's go look in that one island. There's nobody out here except a few chasers. I think it's 9th Street here. Yeah. Another house under construction on the right. As you can see, now this is going to be the North Intercoastal. I'm looking north here. I'm looking north. Thank you for the donation. I'm looking north, and you can see I've got white caps on the Intercoastal there. I'll zoom in just a little bit and turn that down and see what's going on there. The water's starting to come out. Thank you so much. And so the water's filling up on the Intercoastal, and that's rising. We've got white caps out of the northeast, and that's coming up. That's coming north, or that's moving south. On the North Bay side, on the Intercoastal side, water's rising. So the north side is will start more and more go underwater on the north side of the Barrier Island. That's rising on the Intercoastal now. Okay, so we've got water coming in from both sides. It's coming up. The whole ocean's rising. Both sides, and over the next 12, 15 hours, I look for the water to come up another 6 to 9 feet. The entire ocean's going to rise 6 to 9. Then we're going to have 10 to 20, 25-foot waves on top of the surface along the beach, if not higher. That's what's coming. That's what's on the way. Now I'm taking you back to North Topsail Beach. We're going to go back up there where many homes have already been inundated. By the way, I'm getting really hammered now with winds here. My car's rocking. You'll see the car rocking from left to right. That's the hard winds out of the north hitting the car sideways. Winds are probably sustained now at 55, gusting to 65 now. We're not quite hurricane force yet, but we're not far from it. I've got some guys down here. I've got some wind elementers and special wind instruments on their vehicles, and I'll get a hold of one of them in a minute and see what the peak winds they've had so far. But I know we're starting to be in that 55 to 60, 65 range now. Thank you. So this is continuous live coverage real quick. That's Outer Barrier Island on North Carolina. Hurricane Florence is making its way toward us. It's roughly, look at the radar here, and it is making its way up toward us. It is really spinning now. Wow, 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 wow. I'm just now looking at the radar for the first time on something I wanted to, wow, 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 wow. Oh boy. Okay, I'm way far northwest. We'll see where it goes, but in my opinion right now, the hurricane is farther. It'll change, but it'll probably start swinging to the northwest. But right now it is, it's off to my southeast pretty darn hard. And Newport over there, you're getting hammered. Morehead City's getting absolutely hammered. The actual hurricane is like southeast of Morehead City. It looks like to me the hurricane is farther east than forecasted, but I haven't had time to dig into the details, but it's what it looks like. Chris, if you're watching or something, that would be great to let me know about that situation. Okay, it's kind of wobbling west-northwest. Yeah, we're not far from her. Let me do my winds here real quick. I'm gonna start figuring out my wind fields coming at me. Yep. Waiting for it to load. We're getting a little bit weaker on the cell service here. Thank you. Okay, the winds are really playing havoc. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I've got interesting winds going on. Okay, we're using Morehead City for the Doppler velocity data, and I just need to confirm what I'm seeing here. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, I got a big area of 100-mile-an-hour winds southeast of Morehead City. About 30 miles, roughly 35 miles. Let me look at this. Yeah. From the radar site, off to the east, northeast of them, 30 to 50 miles southeast of Morehead City. There's a big batch of 100-mile-an-hour winds coming. Oh, uh-oh. I didn't want to do this. Well, I'm on the intercoastal here. I didn't want to do this. I need to go back down. Here, let me show you something. I'm here, but I'm going to educate you. Okay, this is the intercoastal, and that's looking back to the kind of east-northeast. I've got massive white caps on the intercoastal over there. Huge white caps. Okay, it's filling up. You got screaming northeast winds. Wow, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna turn around here. I'm on the bridge here. I'm not staying here. I'm not going back to the north side yet. Watching the winds. Turning around here on the bridge. Let me go back south. Winds are 50 plus sustained now on the Outer Barrier Islands. 50 plus, increasing. Yep. Okay, I've got huge white. Wow. I got like 5 foot white caps on the intercoastal in the North Bay here. I'm going to go west, or back east here, up north if you want to call it, on the road highway, on the Outer Barrier Island here. I'm near North Topsail beach area, intercoastal near North Topsail beaches. Very, very heavy, rough water now. Very heavy water, very heavy backwash going on the North Bay. That's going to be the intercoastal north of the Barrier Island. That's going to be to the east of North Topsail Beach. Very heavy white caps now. Okay, going back here on the road. Winds are now probably, again, 60 and increasing now, maybe 65. I've got tree debris, small tree, limb debris, leaf debris. You saw it going by the window just now. Tree debris starting to fall. Let me check in with one of my coworkers. He's got an anemometer, and I'm gonna check in. Just bear with me here. I'm gonna check with one of my guys here, guys from Oklahoma, and let's see what he's got on anemometer wise. And let's see here. Let me check these guys. Hey, what's your highest wind gust that you've had so far?
It's been like 45.
45? Yeah. Okay. It's going to get really bad. It's coming. The really bad stuff's coming wind-wise. If you look at the velocities back there, there's 100 plus coming back southeast.
How deep was that water that you just got involved?
It was an hour ago. It was 18 inches deep. It's over the bumper, and I'm sure it's worse now.
Well, high tide is now.
Oh, the high tide so we just went through a high tide cycle, right? A high tide, so it's went back down. So I'll go check it out.
Where are you going?
I'm just for a few minutes. Yep.
Don't go south.
Huh?
Don't go south.
All right, I already went south.
Yeah, we went all the way.
Thank you, guys. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna have to get my helmet on and storm surge. I've got life jackets with me, multiple life jackets, and helmets and goggles and all kinds of survival gear. I don't know if that's a homeowner. That looks like I can tell who that was. Let's see. Thanks, Daniel. Let's see what he said. Just got a special message from Australia. Okay, once you're 65, they're getting higher. Feels higher, but maybe they're just a little bit lower. Let's see what this special message I just got. Thank you. It's more of my friends here. Okay, high tide is now, we're past high tide. Now the water's gone back down. Checking on some people here. People in the open areas. Okay, the water is down a little bit, not a lot, it's down a little bit. Spectrum News. Hey Chris, you all right, buddy? You okay?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, Chris. How you doing, buddy?
Walk over there.
I know. I'm streaming live, so just watch what you say.
Oh, no problem.
I'm live. So you're good.
All right,
You
cool.
guys be safe because the water's going to get much worse. I mean, the storm surge is coming.
Yep.
It's going to be
All
bad.
right.
Be careful,
All right,
my friend.
Yeah, good luck on everything.
Thank you, dear buddy.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, it's Chris. He's lives in Florida, Chicago, native from Florida. Great guy, great hurricane chaser. It's gonna go back here. Just where the high tides went down right now, but that's overwashed from about an hour or two ago during high tide. Let's go back to low tide right now, and then we're gonna go check this out real quick. Back east here. Let's find out what happened over here. This is what I'm going to take you. If I can, I'll try to take you to where the houses have been knocked down, the lower levels. I don't know if that, since the high tides have receded now, we'll see what I've got here. Yeah, there's salt water. Salt water spray. There we go. Clean off the salt water spray. Okay, guys. Got to go back to continuous going up the coast here. I've got to watch my markers here where I'm located at. So I've got to constantly put special markers down as I'm traveling on everything that's over the road or near the road, so I know how many yards, how many exactly, if somebody's located somewhere, what's happened at that location. It looks like a lot of people have retreated to this location here. Okay, it's interesting. Got somebody else. Okay. Yeah, Cape Fear, you probably have flooding there, yes. All along the eastern seaboard, south of Virginia Beach, Nags Head, all the way down here to the intercoastal, the North Carolina coast, all the way down to South Carolina coast. Those guys are running. Okay. Just saw some guys running to the cars at a very fast pace. I don't know if they saw something coming that they didn't like. My winds, because the hurricane's off to my southeast, my winds are intensifying out of the northeast as the hurricane's approaching. Okay, more storm surge, debris. This is where the area I was earlier. Okay, it's knocked down. Yeah, this is the house I was at where it's ate away, and the stands across the road. This is where we was at earlier. Okay, there's a house here. It's already blown out the door. I'll come back and show you that. Where it's blown out the door. It's blown out the lower. Well, I can stop right here and show you this. These garage doors. If I can do this safely, show you this. The right here. The doors here have been blown out by the storm surge already. It's already went through the first floor here during high tide about 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago. I've been out here since about 9:30 during high tide, and winds are continuing to intensify out of the north. Palm trees are really starting to bend now. Okay, winds are really picking up. We're going to be hurricane force here much for longer. I do have small leaf debris, just leaves coming off the trees. This leaf debris is starting to fly in the air now. As the winds, we're going to go to hurricane force winds. We're very strong tropical storm force winds right now. Going to be, this is overwashed from high tide. The next high tide will have it again. A lot of debris. Look at the debris. Okay, this is the house. Okay, this is really bad. Okay, let me do it by, I'm gonna move the phone. Watch this. I'm gonna roll the window. I'm gonna zoom in on this house. You can see plumb through the house. That's where the storm surge has knocked the garage doors out, and the back walls of these properties are gone. They've already been knocked out. See the back walls? You can see plumb through the house there, this townhouse. It's gone. The first floor is gone. That house is gone. This property right here, I'm gonna stop right here. It's go out and I'm gonna show you something. Now that it's low tide, I can safely do this. Let me show you what's happening here. Let me go outside and watch this. Okay. Okay, it's another education deal here real quick. Okay. Okay, here's the wall. Here's the garage wall. Looks like I'm too zoomed in here. There's the garage wall, or one of the walls. Debris from the garage. Gotta watch these power lines. All this stuff is dangerous. You gotta watch everything. Okay, and this is the sand. The wind's blowing really hard here. I'll try to keep it out of the wind. Sand here is about 2 foot on this driveway. Okay, let me just show you. I'm not gonna go in this person's house, but this downstairs is concrete. You see how it's blown out the wall here? I'm gonna try to back up this. See how the wall is blown out? This is the north wall. See how once this north wall gives away, depends if it's concrete. No, it's a wood structure. So you got a wood structure there. You got some big pilings right there, and this north wall, the water surged through the house, took out everything, and the winds are now really strong, really gusty hard. As soon as this north wall starts going out, what it's designed to do. But as soon as it starts collapsing, then you're going to start having infrastructure failure. I mean, these will just, at some point, will probably collapse. I'm not saying this is or isn't, but in the future. Okay, we're definitely at lower tide now. This, you can see the storm surge, what's happened. The sand is about in the first floor. That's 2 to 3 feet deep sand from the earlier storm surge. This is just kind of gives you an idea of what happened here. Go on the back porch here real quick. Just kind of going up vertically to get out of the storm surge. Let me show you what's happened on the, just kind of give you a bird's eye view of what's happened here. You can see this here, sand dunes, and it's eating away. The sand dunes is poking out, it's poking through. And now the storm surge is crossing the road. You know, when it's high tide, it knocked it in, and you still have large battering waves coming. It's lower tide now, so it's dropping. But look at the sand. Look how deep the sand is here now. Where the sand dunes were, when the waves hit it, it knocked all the sand through the houses, and it's about 2 to 3 feet deep in the first floor of these beachfront condominium townhouses. And look at the waves here. I want you to look at this wave. Look at this wave coming. Look at this. Those are about 10 to 15 foot waves. The tops are being torn off because I've got a northeast wind that's tearing the tops of the waves off. That's because we still got an offshore flow on the surface winds because the hurricane's back to my southeast, coming to the northeast, scratch that, coming to the northwest, and it's going to move west, and it may crash very close to us. It may go just west of me toward Wilmington as the forecast track. And but as it continues to approach, my winds are out of the northeast, and then they'll eventually come around back to the east-southeast. And sometime when the hurricane passes, it goes back to my southwest. I'm gonna call it after 7 or 9 o'clock tonight, approximately, maybe 10 o'clock. As it passes to my southwest, I'm gonna go to a very strong southerly, southeasterly, 100 mile an hour, 120 mile an hour onshore flow. And when that happens, we're gonna have a massive storm surge, and that's when it's gonna probably do the catastrophic damage across the barrier islands. There'll be water's coming up 9 feet. You'll have high tide and 10 to 20 foot waves on top of the storm surge, which will be large battering waves across all these houses along coming. And the waves here, look at the waves, guys. These are, if we were in high tide right now, these first floors, these houses would already be gone. These are huge battering waves, and they're And what you got to understand on these waves is they're like every 5 seconds there's another huge wave. It's not like every 5 minutes. It's like every 5 is a new crashing wave, one after another after another. And with hours of this coming, 12, 15, 24 hours of this kind of wave action against these houses and against the coastline, it's going to destroy the outer barrier islands out here. It's already done. It's already, you know, the sand dunes are like half gone. And when the big stuff gets here, it'll go quickly. So that's what's going on out here. You see how big these waves are? They're just crazy big. And above my head, the wind's out of the north-northeast, probably over 70. I actually there's tree debris flying in the air above my head. There's not a tornado, but it's like a tornado when you see debris falling out of the sky. It's like leaf debris. It's not moves. There's tree debris right there. I mean, it's leaves flying through the air now. So as the winds pick up, you're gonna have more intense debris flying through the air, and it's only going to get, then you'll start going to get the big stuff coming at you, coming down. Obviously, I'm going to get off this, out of here. Here comes some water. Again, we're not even near high tide. Look at this. Water's coming in. It's going to the house again. This is the first floor. It's already knocked it out. And I'm standing on about a half foot of sand here. Earlier, storm surge. This is all gone. It's not this whole garage. The garage is gone. The east walls here are gone. Everything's gone. And it's going to get much worse. This is just the start of the catastrophe. Look at the stuff that washes up. Gotta watch that. Power lines. Look at the power lines. Now power lines are really whipping in the air. About 5 o'clock, a lot of this stuff will be coming down. I mean, it'll get much worse. Golly, that's crazy wind. Okay, so let's get some power hook back up here. Wow. Thank you everybody for supporting us. We really appreciate it. Wow, thank you so much. Look at radar. I got to keep checking radar and see where the outer bands are, what the hurricane's tracking, how it's tracking. The really bad stuff's coming up from our southeast of us. Wow, this thing looks really brutal coming up. Let me show you where I'm at. Let me show you where I'm at. So I'm right here. Let me draw for you. I'm right here. And the eye wall, this is that's what we do. Let me show you this. Okay, let me turn off the drawing, expand out a little bit. So here's what I do. This is kind of the meteorology wise. Okay, hurricane hunters are out there, but this is kind of a fix. And then what you do is you back it up. I'll do a loop here, and I want to see where it was at, like 2 hours ago, and then what is it doing now. And what I can tell is, based on the back ring here, the back wall, is what you can see is that the eye is moving kind of west-northwest. And that's what it's doing now. I can see that the back ring here was like here. And so what you do is you look at where it was, where it's at now, and it's basically approximately, it's doing this now. It's coming like that, okay? So there's a little bit of meteorology here. So this is, this is what you're watching. So then let's go to the wind fields. And the winds, I'm not sure what mode let me go over here to Wilmington radar, the Morehead cities. That's interesting. Wow. Okay, go back to Morehead City. They've got some really strong winds. Let's see what they are here. They may be, wow, okay. Of course, this is not surface. This is going to be up at, 3, 4, 5,000 feet. Coming on shore over here, you see a little deal, you got 70, 80, 95, 100 mile an hour winds. So basically what's happening is that as the eye is down here. This is all onshore flow going this direction, and this is all going offshore. I've got a north wind here where I'm at, okay, northeast. So my wind's like this. It's pushing the water offshore now. But over here at Morehead City, it's all onshore flow. They're getting large battering inundation, large battering waves south of Morehead City as this to the right of the eye's here, and all this water is pounding all this coast over here. Okeechobee, Devil's Head, Nags Head, this area over here is getting pounded with a massive storm surge and massive large battering waves, upwards of 20 to 40 feet. Okay, so as this eye continues to track up to the northwest, my winds are going to change from offshore flow I have now, and I'm going to switch to an onshore flow. And when that happens, and that's probably going to be in the 5, 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight, then I'm going to have large storm surge, battering storm surge coming onto the island south of Morehead City. And if we zoom in here, and this whole area, see right now I've got this offshore flow, and above my head right now, just to kind of give you an idea, ballpark, I'm 60, it's not at the surface, but I'm not that far from the radar site. So, 60, there's 80 mile an hour winds offshore, there's 115, 120 mile an hour winds offshore. So obviously this is up at 5, 8, 10,000 feet, but what I'm saying is not surface winds there, but what I'm saying is those high winds are both offshore and onshore, coming onshore, and as the eye continues to track to our northwest here, then what will happen is, as these heavy bands come around, and there's a bunch of them, see these heavy rain squalls, as these heavy bands come in, these bands right in here to the northeast of the eye wall, as those bands continue to rotate in and move to the northwest, then those high 80, 90, 100 mile an hour winds will get forced to the ground. They'll get forced to the ground, and you'll start having wind gusts out here 80 to 100 miles an hour as we get toward 5 o'clock, and that's when you're going to start having extreme damage. Okay, so I got to move here. Okay, and so I got law enforcement here, got to pass, and I'm going to let this guy, a couple of chasers pass. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Okay, so that's a short version of what's happening. Just continue to watch this, and again, got to keep your eye out on everything. It's you can tell what's already happened here as far as damage and storm surge. And again, we're in low tide, or lower tide, I should say. And as the hurricane approaches and those big, huge waves increase, and we go back to high tide, and I need to double check on what time that is today here for the next tide cycle. I need to look that up real quick. Then we're going to have, that's when it's going to be really, really bad. So it's coming. I mean, all the data tells me it's out there. It's out there, so you've got to think about, the data tells me I've got 20 to 40 foot waves coming. I've got a 9 to 15 foot storm surge, large battering waves on top of that. I have 100 mile an hour winds just off the surface, offshore, coming toward me. So we're going to start having damaging winds come on shore. Probably, I'm going to say again, around 4 or 5 o'clock time frame up here north of Wilmington. And then shortly thereafter, 6, 7 o'clock, all along the coast from Wilmington all the way up the coast here. Very damaging, destructive winds will come on shore. Wind sustained at 100, gust to 120-ish, maybe 130. It's hard as, it's kind of fluke on down. I'm going to have exactly 80 or 110 or 120. It's this exact location, this exact time. You get a broad general sense of what's going to happen, but you can't define exactly every location. It's impossible in a hurricane. You may have an area 5 miles away, maybe have gusts to 140, 120, and I may only have a gust to 80 a whole event. So it's very localized depending on the downburst, the storms, how hard the wind interacts with the coastal line, and the downward momentum in the thunderstorm would bring those higher winds just above the surface down to the surface. So, and then you got tornadoes in the eye wall spinning on shore. So it's a combination of all kinds of things. But I'm just telling you, big trouble. Even if it's a Cat 2, Cat 2, Cat 3, whatever it is right now, Cat 2, I believe. Last time I checked, that's all you can look at and say, okay, this is what's potentially is coming. Thank you for all the support today. This is going to be a long duration event. About a 2 to 3 day event, actually. Thank you, Europe. We're going here on the kind of the eastern tip of the Outer Bear Island. When we first pulled up here about 4 hours ago during high tide, we literally had a wall of water came over the sand dune and literally was up to the top of our tires in about 5 seconds. Thank you, sweetie. Okay. Winds are picking up. We'll switch back here. Maybe at the end of the run here. Yeah, I'm at the end of the run. I need to go right around this corner. And let's go back over here. Go the eastern tip of the coastal here of the Bear Island. Let's see how bad it is. Thanks, Daniel, for helping. Help Kathy there. Topsail Reef Beach. Mile 21 of Bear Island. The rain is coming. It's getting really black. Oh man. Okay, this is where I had bad damage earlier. Let's see if I can find those properties. Yeah, lots of debris in the road. Lots of debris. I'm gonna have to stop the car. Yeah, lots of debris. Yep. Let me see here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can make it down there. I know I can't. We'll go out foot here for just a second to show you this. We're gonna go outside. We're in low tide. Hang on. Okay. That's right. Here's debris. I'm gonna kick that out of the way for right now. I don't know what good it'll do, but kick debris out of the road so somebody else doesn't run over it. Uh-oh. Look at that. I got flying glass bottles there. Look at that. I gotta watch this stuff. I got a beer bottle laying loose that's blowing in the wind. You gotta get this stuff off the road. You'll have a flat tire. It's over there. Here's another. Look at all these beer bottles laying in the road. Gotta get those off the road. That had water or beer still in it. All right. So much for a Bud Light. There you go, Bud. This Bud's for you. There you go. Okay, stuff's flying debris. Okay, sandbags out here. This is where we was at earlier today. I can't get down there. This is where it blew out the back of the walls. See all the debris. The winds are this winds. Okay, the winds are. I'm open right here on the eastern face over here. You got the inlet over here on my left. You got the ocean over the right. I'm on the corner here, and the winds. You see the power lines waving. I mean, it's coming up. I'm not going to go down that road. There's just too much debris. It's just high risk as far as something bad. It's just, you got to almost, I'm just going to look back here real quick. I'm not sure what kind of, that's probably some kind of water line. That's already broke. The water line's already broke going to whatever. It's already broke from the house. You got, these houses are designed this way for everything to rush through the bottom floor, so you don't, so it doesn't, the pilings or anything that's left. And gotta be really careful while I step here. Some of this is almost like quicksand. Like right there, I just stepped right there, and it was like quicksand. Be really careful. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not gonna do that. I don't like that. I stepped right there and went down about 4 inches. Right here is where it broke, knocked out the sandbags. These big, I think those are like 2 ton a piece sandbags. And you look at the waves. I mean, we're in low tide, and this thing is coming. Wow, getting blasted. Look how the water, construction, this is my construction side kicking in, I'm sorry. See how the water has undermined the driveway here. It's already undermined the concrete and it's washing it out. And now, I don't know, I can't tell you if this is a new break or not, or been here. You can see the concrete's breaking because it's getting undermined by the water and the storm surge. And the water just undermines the concrete, the underneath the house is the pillars, and then it starts floating away, and then you lose your base, your substructure base on foundations, and then the houses start, the houses can start collapsing in the piers, depending on how deep the piers are. But I fully expect, by 7, 8, 9 o'clock tonight, as the eye passes close, just south of me, just southwest of me, over me, I don't know yet. But as it comes up and passes us, and the waves come up, that we're going to have waves probably to the second floor level here, not to the first floor. The storm surge still coming. It's going to, and high tide will be to the bottom, it will be to the roof here on the first floor. And then you got 10 to 20 foot waves on top of the storm surge, and so they'll be reaching the second floor of all these houses here by probably after 5 o'clock tonight. And that's what's coming. That's what's heading this way. I'm going to go back out, and the clouds are really ripping. Southwest, there's another big heavy band coming in from the east. Okay. Wow. I'll try to slow down. I'm talking too fast today. Just kept catching up on real quick emails and things from people real quick. So I'm gonna be quiet here for a few minutes and just catch up on some things. Okay, I've got to take care of something real quick. Get a hold of. Wow. Okay. Get with, stand by, folks. I'm getting ready to send out a tweet. Okay, just did the corrected. Thank you for people's help there. Okay, I'm gonna get out of this immediate area. Winds are coming up, and it's gonna get much. I'm already in a damage area here on the eastern side of Topsail. Let me get back over here. Sneeds Ferry. I'm in the Sneeds Ferry area. I'm 2 miles north of northeast of North Topsail Beach on the Outer Barrier Island. I'm on the very eastern tip. It's the inlet here that goes to the back bays here. The Chadwick Bay is immediately to my northwest. And then Stone Bay is maybe northwest, but the water's filling up. It's coming in the back bays and intercoastal. It's filling up on both sides of the island. There'll be at some point where I'm gonna get back in position for the next hazards to come as the wind and rain comes in. I'm gonna start having damaging winds probably within the hour. It's now 1:52 Eastern time. Hurricane Florence is coming up from the southeast, moving northwest. Large battering waves are already in progress, and we also have storm surges during high tide was already happening, and then we've got much bigger waves and then very intense storm surges in the north. There's more tree debris flying through the air. There's more and more debris starting to fly through the air, just small leaf debris. Palm trees are now really swaying now. The leaves are bending. Oh, the limbs are bending really hard now on the palm trees. Probably getting in that 60, 65. Okay. Sorry about that, Daniel. We are at this point going to continue to track to the east. We're on the Outer Barrier Island right now. Low tide. We still have large battering waves on the coast currently. Yes, this is Jeff. I'm calm because you have to control the energy level. This is going to be a long marathon, guys. This is not 1-2 hours and I'm done. It's going to be a 48-hour, 60, 72-hour event here. So this is don't want to lose my voice, don't want to keep things controlled and calculated. The rain's picking up, and so is the wind. As the wind increases, so does the rain. Or rain increases, the winds do pick up because it mixes those high winds to the ground and burst of high winds. Look at this. This is scary. I don't know if I can show this to you. I can. I can't drive up on out in that little opening there, but I mean, if you're just driving down the road here and you turn and you just go like this, okay. Look at the waves, okay? That's low right now. We're in low tide. Okay, I'm getting hit with, here comes the bad wind and rain. I'm getting a big wind squall. Okay, you're gonna start seeing a lot of stuff flying through the air. It's gonna continue to pick up. Rain's increasing. The winds are starting to increase. Got some trash cans blowing around. Okay. Shoot. All right, gotta fix something. That's gotta do this again. Sometimes things don't go as planned, and you gotta like, okay, that I don't like that. Hang on. Delete tweet. Oh boy. Hang on. Let me look at something here. I've got to do something here. I got to kill this stream on YouTube right now, and I'll be right back with you in about 2 or 3 minutes. I got to do something real quick. I got to kill this stream and restart it.